Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Momo Dumont from Based on a True Plant. Now guys, on today's episode, I want to inform you guys on how I became vegan overnight and why I became vegan. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Hey guys, this is your girl Momo Dumont. Now guys, a little bit about me. I come from a very cultural background. My father, Puerto Rican Haitian, my mother, Colombian Irish. What a mix, right? I mean, what can I say? Now growing up with that cultural background, everything was about food and flavor. Me and my sister mostly grew up with my father's side of the family. So we were always in Puerto Rico during the summertime and the holidays growing up. My grandparents had a small farm in their land, and this is where they had all the chickens, the ducks, the rabbits, you name it. I didn't really think anything of it growing up. I just thought, we have animals and we have a bunch of animals. And if you guys ever been to the Caribbean or to Puerto Rico, you guys could see horses, dogs, and chickens and roosters running around like they own the place. When I went to Puerto Rico one of those summers, I went outside to go grab my grandmother. It just so happens that this was the most traumatizing day of my childhood life. I basically saw her depulking and deblooding a chicken. I screamed, I cried, I ran back in the house, and I am crying my eyes out, and my grandfather's just laughing at me and telling me, don't worry about it, that's normal, that's what we eat, God put it on this earth for us to consume. As an 8-year-old, I was able to put 2 and 2 together and understand that the animals that we're eating, the eggs that we're eating for breakfast, are coming from that same farm as well. So I was wise enough to understand the process. Now fast forward into my early teens. I did continue to eat animal protein, and I was very picky. If it had a vein, if I saw blood, if I saw fat, I was not going to eat it. It was very easy for me to transition. I just didn't know how or why I was going to transition. And this leads me to the main point, why I became vegan. At 16, 17 years old, my mother got diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. They removed it, then it went to the other breast. She ended up getting a brain tumor. It was a disaster of what my mother was experiencing while she was going to the doctor, getting chemotherapy and radiation. Unfortunately, my mother passed away. As a 19-year-old, I was a little bit more aware of things. And it wasn't until I was in my early 20s, with the right people around me, I was being mentored by a Rastafarian whose diet is ITIL. And the ITIL diet for Caribbean people, mainly Jamaicans, is basically what we would consider a vegan plant-based diet here in the United States. Now, having that influence and that mentorship in my life at that time, it was very easy for me to understand why I coincided with their beliefs when it came to food, peace, love, happiness, and not only giving that to ourselves, but to others. And later on, throughout those years, I also met a man who was an herbalist. And again, not understanding and not knowing why my mother passed away and nobody in my family having any type of disease or any health issues, this was a major concern to me. And I wanted to know and understand why my mother passed away, or why did she even get it? That was mind-blowing to me. And he just so happened to explain to me about our food system, briefly about how the body works, and when intaking anything internally or externally, it is going to have a cause and effect. That situation really did it for me because I was in a state of truth seeking after my mother passed away. When you put your energy into certain things, the universe and the creator will definitely put forth the truth in your path. I was in a state of depression after my mom passed away. I was overweight, I had circulatory issues, and I was dealing with very bad gastritis. And for women, when it's our time of the month, it is something that I do not wish on anybody. Also dealing with these overweight and health issues, I knew that I needed to make a change. I was up one night and it was about 4 o'clock in the morning and an Oprah infomercial came out, and guess what it was about? Guess what the topic was about? Veganism. And at that moment, with God and through God and everything is a sign. There is no coincidence in life. That's all God or the universe, whatever you want to believe in. But that was my sign. I decided at that moment that I was never going to touch any animal protein or anything that derives from an animal, meaning milk, cheese, or eggs. This was one thing that always stuck out to me. Why are we so quick to jump into drinking cow's milk or goat's milk, but we are not capable or don't want to or feel disgusted if, they give us dog milk or cat milk? I mean, at the end of the day, an animal is an animal. I continued to want to learn about veganism, but I didn't know where to begin because the first month I did lose 20 pounds and without exercising. And I felt really, really good. Lots of energy, lots of mental clarity. It was a start. My gastritis went away. My circulatory issues went away. And I was like 30, 40 pounds down. After the 3 months, the 4th month, I gained about 10 pounds. And I didn't understand why. So this is where I decided to really get into it and dive deep into this lifestyle. And I was very intrigued to know more. I learned about allergens. I learned about additives, preservatives, natural flavors, and natural spices, and the colorings. All of that is detrimental to the human body. So I decided to go 80-20. Now, what is 80-20? I basically have a 80% plant-based diet and a 20% vegan diet. I decided I am going to eat as much fruits and vegetables and ancient whole grains and nuts, seeds, and chickpeas with majority of my diet. And then my vegan diet, these are considered my cheat meals. And this is why I have created for you guys vegan how-to recipes, vegan food reviews, and pop-ups, markets, and festivals with me doing all the reviews on vegan food. Now, the reason why I chose to do this first was to show you guys that you can easily transition the way that I did to a vegan diet to then transition more easier to a plant-based diet. And then if you want to, you can either stay at a plant-based diet or you can do the 80-20 like me. When I'm not doing food reviews, my diet consists of mostly fruits, vegetables, ancient whole grains, nuts, seeds, and chickpeas. There is a substitution for absolutely everything when trying to transition from a standard American diet to a plant-based diet or a vegan diet. They have literally done the work for you if you don't have time. In the marketplace, you will find these items. I can definitely say that going plant-based, even starting off as vegan or having the 80-20 diet was the best decision I ever made in my life. I am very happy with my results on how I feel mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And it's helped me out even financially. If you know how to shop, you will definitely be able to save lots and lots of money. I want to thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Based on a True Plant. Guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Comment if I can help you in any way. If you have any questions, just make sure to comment down below, or you can reach me on my email at basedonatrueplant@gmail.com. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the videos that are going to be coming out. Until next episode, guys, this is your girl, Momo Dumont. Peace, love, and light.